Alison Aggarwal and I am a gender equality consultant. Gender equality has been a central feature for social change. We have many privileges and many opportunities for both men and women and other genders in Australia. However, there continues to be the challenges and the gaps around gender equality. We know that the rate of homicides in domestic and family violence situations is extremely high in Australia. We know that there is a gender pay gap still operating in Australia. We know that women, by and large, still continue to bear a greater share of the caring responsibilities in their families and communities. And we also know that there continues to be a superannuation gap in retirement incomes and savings for women as opposed to men. And these kinds of gaps continue in Australia, and importantly, they're even more enhanced for particular groups of women, for First Nations women, for women with disabilities, for migrant and refugee women. Whenever you're looking and analysing a social situation or an economic situation, there's always the blind spots. Often those blind spots are for those who are most marginalised. So to be able to understand the complexities of the drivers of the issues, it's important to be able to have the research and evidence behind. From that research and evidence base, from talking with those who are affected by these issues, that's where the solutions come from. And that's where it's a really beautiful partnership with philanthropics to be able to fund then those solutions and that change. I think a gender equality lens is really important, and the way it enables a more fulsome response to any social issues is that it's able to draw out where women, men, children might be excluded from the relevant issue. Supporting the women and the women leaders who are doing the work on the ground can have an exponential impact. Understanding that gender is a basis upon which in our societies these exclusions and disadvantages can manifest, it's equally important to understand how they can benefit everyone. For example, there's been a lot of focus on early childhood education and care being made available and affordable for families. And when we're talking about that, it's not just women or mothers that we're talking about, but it's actually the whole family. So it's the parents, it's the children. The benefits for the whole family are what really drives that issue. Equally, it's the benefits for the companies that those parents are working within, the organisations those parents are working within. It creates a sense of urgency as opposed to complacency that we still have these gaps in Australia. And importantly, we can do something about these gaps so that we can truly say there is gender equality in Australia. We don't have it yet, but we could have it. And philanthropic funding could play an important role in making sure we get there.